So welcome back to Blood and Bones, everyone. This is, of course, Pack right here with your Blood and Bones goodness. So, I've done a lot of work between this and the last episode. I'm sure a lot of you guys saw the live stream footage that I'm gonna be putting up. A lot of you probably didn't watch it, and I don't blame you because it was really long. There's a good reason it was so long. There was a lot that was done on that day. Not as much as I would have liked to have gotten done, but there was quite a bit done. But let me give you guys a tour of what's happened. And there's gonna be. I'm gonna tell you another thing. I didn't just do that one live stream. Here's how I did it this time. When I recorded last week, I actually recorded the episode. Then I went straight to the live stream, got a bunch of work done. And this week I went and did the live stream first. And now we're doing the episode. And I did that because basically there was a whole lot of stuff to do that was not really, well, interesting to do for a half-an-hour segment or something like that. It was not, on the other hand, that bad for a couple hours. So I did it. And it's done. So let's give you guys a show of everything. You probably might notice I haven't turned around and that the map is showing something very large up there. So yeah, there's a lot to show. Okay, the first thing to note, I started moving crap around. You can tell Frosty's not here. Frosty has moved. Actually, the only thing in this room that has not been moved is the bed. And I just haven't gotten around to it. I just don't have a place to put it. I got a place. I just haven't picked a spot yet. But that's just one thing. Another thing over here, I don't know if I ever showed this to you. I think I did this in the live stream, but I don't think I showed you guys this. This is my safety steps. This is a way to get up into this place where if this entire tower gets blown up, there's still a way to get up here. And I'll show you guys how that works in the daytime. What time of day is it? Okay, it's pretty dark. The next thing to show you is that, yeah, I moved everything. Including the smeltery and the furnace and the grinder, and all the goodies are moved. And they're all moved into that building right over there. In fact, well, that's the next. There's a building over there. Look at it. There's a building. Well, I don't know if you can look at it. It's still pretty dark. But there's a building over there. And I'm going to have to pick a few things on the way there. Before we go into the building, I did want to show you this real quick. I did go ahead. Wow, that grew too. I did go ahead and completely redo the crops. It was driving me crazy how they were set up before. I kind of knew coming into this that I would probably need a whole lot of food and a whole lot of crops and stuff like that, but I didn't plan it very well. I set it up so that they were going straight across that way, but that doesn't really work when you have to make so many different types of food. So I turned everything 90 degrees the other direction. So now everything is flowing in this direction instead of straight down. And I'm just working on growing everything so that we have enough. That made it so we had enough room to put in a whole bunch of different crops and a lot to work with. I also went through and made sure. Ooh, give me that. Give me that. We need that. That's got to go right now. It's got to go right here. Yeah. So yeah, as you can see, I've been just kind of working on the. I did find out from the live stream, by the way, that bone meal does work on this, so we can actually take bone meal and make them grow. The only thing is that it works really crappy. Yes, it technically works. It technically does grow the crops at one step at a time per bone meal used. Maybe. It doesn't even guarantee that it's going to grow by one step. And when you talk about something like wheat that has 7 steps of growth per crop, well, yeah. You can imagine that takes a little while. Strawberry. I've also been harvesting a whole lot of stuff, so we got a lot of food over there right now, too. And the food is currently in that box right there. And I also added another 2 rows to this. You can see this actually goes out another 2 sections that it did last time that I had you guys on here. And it's going pretty well. We got a whole lot of stuff. I also, at some point, went out there and just hit a whole bunch of grass just to get a few seeds that we didn't have. And I also looked through the seeds that we did have and, well, discovered them because I kind of forgot some. For instance, the soybean. After I planted that soybean last time, I don't know if I actually did in the episode or not, but I found that I had a soybean seed and I grew it, and now we have a lot of soybean seeds. That's the only thing. One of the only things that I actually used bone meal on was the soybean, and this is going to become important. Soybean is the only type of crop that you can grow, or only way you can get meat without getting meat. It's the vegetarian version, and we have a presser here for that too. This actually took a little bit of work. Making the presser, I almost waited for you guys for this because I actually had to do a few tricky things to get that done. I did not know. Let's look at presser. Nice and easy right here. So if we go into the presser, it looks very. Hit my mic, sorry. It looks very, very simple here. It's just some iron ingots and some pistons, right? Until you look at the pistons. They require red alloy ingots, which is not that bad. I'm guessing that's just something where you gotta melt down some redstone and put onto an induction smelter. You know, that machine that requires you to have an induction smelter. And, well, power, which we don't have. So that didn't work well. But I was tipped off by the people in the stream that you can actually do that in the smeltery, which, by the way, is over here now. Here's a brand new room. The big warehouse. And I guess it's the warehouse now. Warehouse. Yeah. So, welcome to the warehouse. Everything is moved here. I don't know if I showed this one, too. I think I showed that I have a grinder now. This is really good for some of the nether ores and stuff like that. The non-mech ores. Or not mech, metallurgy ores. The non-metallurgy ores work really, really good in this thing. Everything seems to work great. It's also really good for grinding down bone meal. It's basically a pulverizer without power, and that's good. I also did... Oh, let me pop this real quick. Thank you. I also did rework the chickens. We are getting a ton of eggs, and I have bred them a couple times. If I wanted to, I could probably kill a few of them, but I don't see a need to do that yet. We also upgraded some of the chests, so we now have some brass chests. I don't know if I showed that either. I gotta stop saying, I don't know if I showed that. Well, I'm gonna just show you this stuff anyways, because I don't know what I showed you. So, there you go. Okay. Brass chests, which are essentially large chests, double chests, except in one spot. You know, like the iron chests. The only thing is that these kind of work horribly with some stuff. For instance, if you want to use the dolly, you can't use the dolly. It doesn't like the dolly. It also doesn't work with stuff like the crafting station, stuff like that. It's really good for storage, and it is upgradable, but it doesn't work with anything outside of itself. It also doesn't do very well for upgrades because you actually have to empty the thing to upgrade it, which I guess makes sense because technically you should have to empty it to upgrade it, but you do. It's not like iron chest where you can just empty it while it's everything is still inside there, so it's not as convenient. And I gotta dump a whole bunch of this food. And I don't even know if it's gonna fit. Yeah, I gotta add a second food thing here. Everything is packed, and that's a good problem to have. Why am I carrying iron dust? Put that down. I also moved the general storage back here, and I think we're going to use this as a theme. What I think we're going to do is we're going to put crafting stations next to the chests, and then I got to figure out like an organization to the chests themselves. The only thing is it's a little weird. In order to interact with this chest, you need to put the crafting station over it. And, well, technically, if I put a crafting station right here, it would interact with that one. But then so does this one, which is weird. And if you want to access this one, then you got to put one over the top of that to access this one. And if you want to get this one on top of that to get to... It's weird. It's kind of counterintuitive, but, well, it works. It works. So we can actually look at all the inventory. It's just the stuff that I had over there before. Oh, I also upgraded my armor. We now have Enolashite armor, except for the leggings, which are Vulcanite. Now, I've looked at the chart that is on the Blood and Bones forum page and all that stuff, and what is probably the best thing to use is technically probably cobalt for the head right now. Head and chest, I think, are best it would be cobalt. Unfortunately, I don't have enough cobalt to do that. Oh, give me you. Yeah, I've been harvesting like crazy with all this stuff. It's been growing so well, especially the taters. I'm wishing I had made the taters the size of the wheat. And I might at some point change that because I have a feeling that the carrots and the taters were not nerfed properly. And I have no problem with that because the wheat is growing stupid slow. Everything else is growing stupid slow, and it's because Pam's Harvest Crest or Hunger Overall or whatever it is. If you look at the seeds of all the things that we have here, they all have a biome that they work in. Like this one's the cabbage works in forest and plains best, and the cactus in desert, the candleberry in jungles and swamps, and so on and so on and so on. Yeah, we're in ocean. I plopped down right over the top of ocean. That means none of these grow well if they have that thing on them. So that's a problem. But I don't think the carrots or the potatoes have that. And the reason I'm saying I might just replace all the wheat with the potatoes because the potatoes can be used to make flour. So there you go. Oh, that. I'm trying to keep an eye on the soybeans because they're tough to spot when they grow. I don't really need more of the rhubarb. That's okra. I could actually replant that one. So let me get this one. Right there. Okay. So yeah, as you can see, we've done a lot. Now the other thing that you grew. I have a axe on me, but I just don't feel like switching it into it right now. And there's Frosty. Frosty's over there. I tried to mirror it so it looks half decent. He did die a couple of times. 1 from moving him, 2 from getting shot by something, and 3 from me putting him down here, not putting a roof over his head. And then it rained. So, sorry. So that's like Frosty 5 or some crap like that. Nope, nothing wrong with that, I guess. Lots of Frosties. I need to get some more chests over there because this is gonna drive me crazy. So we're gonna do that. I got where's the saw? There's the saw. Actually, I got lots of planks. I could just no, I don't. No, we need more. Okay, that's enough. I'm just gonna leave the saw in here because this is where I got all the lumber at the moment, so it makes more sense to do that. And now that I did that, I could take this and move it over there to the foodstuffs. That's where my old armor is, of course, too. You just probably saw that. But as far as actual advancement in the game itself, there's a lot of stuff left to do, honestly. Whole lot of stuff left to do. Actually, I want to see if I can fit this stuff down here before I can fit it in there. Anything that fits in here should go in here. Yeah, good. Because that's the one that's connected up to this crafting station, so... Oh! Do I got one to plant that in? I don't think it was done yet. Yeah, I do. There we go. Didn't know I had that on me. Okay, let's put down these pumpkins somewhere. I didn't need to put down the pumpkins before because, as you could tell, all the lights that I had here, I changed them all out for jack-o'-lanterns, which makes a lot more sense because they produce a ton more light and they block me from falling down. So that's good. Let's see, we need some more food. What do I got to eat right now? We got the pot roast. I'd rather eat something that's not gonna... I don't have to worry about. Let me see if I can do this one again. Let me get... Frosty! Do I have any snow in here? Oh, never mind. Never mind, Frosty, I'm good. Don't know when the last time was I ate this. Not recently! Should just make the rest of them right now, because that's what I'm going to do with it next time. That's alright. Okay, and I also did upgrade the crusher and the furnace. They're both now steel. One of the things I figured out from discussions and things like that in the live streams is that anvils are made out of steel. And downstairs in one of the rooms, there was an anvil, a very damaged anvil. So I nabbed that, brought it up. Oh, grew again. I nabbed that, brought it down, upstairs, melted it down. We have steel. And I still have steel left. I just haven't done anything with it yet. Also, from the Nether, wrong one, we have a lot of things. We have a very lot of things from the Nether. Enough things that I don't know what to do with most of these things, because there's a lot of them. I honestly don't know what half this crap is. Well, I know a bit about it. Barely a bit about it. Like, I know this is Virexes. This is something that's used for, if you want to make a sword or something like that causes poison, it's good for that. Ignatius, I think, is one of the earlier things that you can make stuff out of. It's, it also should light you on fire if you're stepping on top of it and stuff like that. Midasium will turn anything that you contact it with powder. If you take the powdered form of Midasium and combine it with anything, it turns it into gold. You know, stuff like that. And this, I think this part of what turns into Nolashite. You know, but knowing that doesn't mean I know what to do with it. It's because all the machines in this, all the thermal expansion machines, they require a lot of this stuff. I just don't know which ones they require for what. So I got to start going through and, you know, figuring that crap out, which would be good. There's a couple things that I don't have a lot of yet, even though I did a ton of digging in the nether. I mean a ton of digging. This thing is taking so much of my time to upgrade. I am not kidding. I had to go through the upgrade process with it twice, which means I had to dig out about 5,000 blocks in the nether. And it's just regaining its durability from the last time we did this. And I gotta let it do that because if it breaks, I have no stuff to repair it. It requires, if you look here, it requires manulin to repair it. I don't have any more manulin. I didn't get any more copper, or well, I think I got a little bit. Okay, I have one more manulin. That's not much. But yeah, that's not enough, and I haven't picked up any more. Which is a problem. After digging out all those blocks, I didn't find any. Oh, give me that. Give me the wheat. 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 You can tell I'm going crazy with the crops over here. But this does lead us to the point where we need to figure out what to do next. And I think the next thing to do is to... the reason I wanted to get this thing built is because the next thing we need to do is... We'll use it. So yeah. What we gotta do is we gotta start working on the machinery aspect of things. And I've been trying to set this up so I could do rooms. I haven't figured out what I was going to do to change out the rooms yet. I think I might just put a little wall like right here, something like that. I don't know. Maybe fences. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't. Maybe glass. You know, I don't care. But I tried to make it so we can room off things. I also know that we're going to have to get into some of the magical crap at some point too, the witchery. And I think that's actually what I'm going to do next as far as what to do. Not so much get into the witchery, but I had to. The reason I had to go out there and get a whole bunch of seeds was because we need those seeds in order to advance any further into the game. Now that we have manulin, the next tier level is in the dream world, and in order to get to the dream world, we need to get into the beginnings of witchery. Just the beginnings. I don't plan on going any deeper into it than that. I just don't care. But we do need to do that much. So we got to get some of these things planted. And I'm hoping we got the ones that we need, because that's the only ones I was able to find. I was thinking at some point that I was going to step up some grass from down there and plant grass along here so we can just have a you know, grass thingy, you know, just does bone meal break it, you know, a little bone meal field thing. I haven't done that yet, but I think we still might. We might do that and bring it up so it starts spreading here, and then we can start. I could just like bone meal right here or something like that. That might work really, really well. Yeah, we might do that today. And I also got to talk to you guys. I want your opinions on this. I don't think... I started this series with the idea that I didn't want to be dying too often because it wasn't very interesting. But now that we've gotten deeper into it and we're starting to get into the air and getting a little bit safer, what... Do you... I think I started the series in normal. And I want you guys' opinions. Should we stay in normal? Should we make it so that it's easier to advance? Or should we go into hard and make it so it's, well, more difficult whenever we encounter anything? I want your guys' opinions on that. If you guys don't have an opinion either way, I'm probably going to switch it to hard because honestly, I'm wondering if that's why we haven't gotten an invasion, is because we're not in hard mode. I honestly didn't know I wasn't for the first couple of episodes. I hadn't figured out. At least I don't recall knowing that. If I knew that, I forgot, which is not surprising for me. I do that a lot. But okay, anyways, what we're going to be doing next is I want to start expanding the farm over here. And the reason I want to do that is so I can start planting down the witchery things. And because they're just going to take a while to grow. That's the basis of it. I'm not that... I just need to have a place to put them. Now, technically, if we look... Give me that. Technically, if we look at the map, I could... the map. Scroll in. We could... go with the whole central thing. We got 3 on this side. We could do a 3rd one on this side. But if I did that, I would want to expand out the regular crops over in this direction. I don't think I want to do witchery over here. I want to do like the magical essence crops over here, with the one over here and the witchery ones over here, something like that. Although I'm probably going to do witchery here, magical crops over here. That's probably what I'm going to end up doing. Unfortunately, by the way, and for the guys who keep asking about the magical crops, we cannot get into them until we go to the fantasy realm. If we look here, magical crop. If we wanted to make any of these seeds, let's go with, I don't know. Let's just go with coal. Where's coal? That's obsidian. Obsidian essence. Come on, where's coal? That's like basic, basics. That's oil. I don't think... Lead, spider. Okay, just give me something. Coal. Okay. In order to make this, we would need weak essence, which is essence dust, which I have, and invisicaladium and karmat. Karmat is something you get from the fantasy metals, which you get in the dream world. I think infuses a lot of whatever the heck this is the same thing. Let's look at the recipe for this. Yeah. Since it's not another or like that, you can just tell that's something you get in the fantasy realm stuff, which means dream world, which means we can't get it yet, which means we can't do magical crops until we get there. So our next step is to just work on getting there. In order to get there, though, we're going to need to start the whole witchery process and get all that crap going. So yeah, I'm thinking I might actually do some of the witchery stuff like right here, because it's supposed to be the closer you are to like natural stuff, the better it is. And, well, we don't have a whole lot of natural stuff in the middle of the air, so I might just put it next to the crops. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do some fast forward here and start placing some dirt, because we need to expand. See you guys in a minute. Well, you guys will see me the whole time, but you know what I mean. Guys, real quick, I wanted to show you something. I want to show you that real fast, and then I'm going to go downstairs and get some dirt, because it looks like I'm going to need a lot more of it. Actually, a couple things. I also forgot to tell you that I did get a backpack. If we look right here, I made a backpack. I did not... You name it? I didn't know you could name it. Okay, well, that's a thing. And that is a beautiful thing that's helped us with moving stuff around a whole lot. The other thing I wanted to show you is the steps over here, before I go back to work on that. And I was sitting here thinking about that, and I think I got a plan for how to set that up so that we can also get some other stuff in there too that I would really like to get. So, yeah, okay. But let me just show you the steps. Turn off F7 for a second, just so it's easier. If we look here. The way that mobs work, I probably said this in the last episode. If I did, I'm sorry. Forgive me. The way that mobs work is that they can't figure out the corners that they can walk across. So if I go across this, they cannot follow because they don't know that they can follow here. They're too dumb. So I set up a whole back and forth thing here where I can go up very easily, but nothing else can really figure... I think they can go up the steps. That's as far as they get. They didn't just... I've actually watched them. They go up there and then they stand there and look dumbfounded. Which is good. And since we have a lot of darkened water here, I've actually been enjoying these guys because they keep coming over here and taking me on. And then I get fish. Which is good. I don't mind fish. Do you guys, like, speed up when they don't look at you or something? Because that guy looked like he was going fast. Oh, you jump. Well, power to you. Okay. But, yeah, so that was basically... I also dug this out, by the way, and made it so that it's flooded here so things can't keep stopping there. They will go there and then they flow into the sun. Or something like that. So it seems to be working better. Things don't spawn there anymore. I like it. Alright, but that was basically... I'm going to get to digging some dirt and then I'll get back with you guys. Okay. So that took an embarrassing long amount of time. But it's built. I did build it a little differently than... Oh, it's still a little bit off. I think. Yeah, that should have been over by one more over here. Ah. Well, that's going to be a path now. Okay, so here's what I got going on here. This is, well, this part is obvious. This is just the part that's going to be, you know, plowed. That's where the plants are going to go. This is here because I really, really wanted to have a place where I could get these the sugarcane without having to go downstairs to get them. So I figured that since I gotta do this over here and we can make it look a little bit fancy, we could actually just set up a little sugarcane field over here at the same time. They do spawn in there. Oh, that is an issue. I had a feeling that they spawned inside sugarcane. Okay, so we're gonna need to get light here. It's a good thing we got jack-o'-lanterns because we're gonna need them. I don't have one on me right now. Okay, I need to walk over there, get 2 pumpkins, and walk back. Nothing spawn. Nothing spawn. Just over there. That. Be good. Be good. Oh, it's gonna go so poorly. If something spawns, I'm in so much trouble. Okay. Alright, we're good. We're good. We're good. Alright, so let's see how far away I can get this thing to go. Well, first I gotta make it. Make these 2. Alright, and I want to put a piece of dirt on... Well, actually, let's get that out of the way. I need to put a piece of dirt under it. And I think we could probably... Can we get away with this far back? No, it's gotta be 2 more that way. Okay, so 1, 2, 2, right here. All right. So how far out is that? That's 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I go 4 from this one, can we get everything? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, here? Yes. Okay. And over here's okay? Yes! We're good. We're good. No problem. Okay. But this is where we're going to do the witchery stuff. And I figured that since we're going to have to do this anyways, I might as well incorporate it into the field here. And I think it'll work pretty well. So let's go get the plants and... Oh, give me these. Give me the wheat. All the wheat. Wheat's good. Okay. Give me the... let's get those plants that we're going to be working on here. Right here. And start planting these down and hope that they grow sufficient. They don't grow special, and they don't have a notation on that. I hope that means that they don't need one. Alright. Here we go. Witchery 1. These ones are going to be a pain in the butt. Witchery 2. Okay. That one didn't work. Belladonna. Water artichoke, huh? So let me guess. You need to be planted on top of water. Okay, I didn't know about that. Oh, crap. Well, really? I can't walk on... Okay, thank you. About to say, if I couldn't walk on top of that, that kind of defeats the whole purpose. Oh, it was probably because of the... Was it because of that? Yeah, it's because of the pumpkin. I guess that's just enough height to make it so that I can't just walk straight up there. But I just went through all these plans, man! Oh, fine. Give me that. Put that over here. I'll just change this out for water, I guess. Which means I'm going to need to go get some water. I might... Well, I got one on me. Let's put the one down. Okay. Dug. 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 Alright, can I access... I want to be able to hit that block over there. I can't hit that block over there. Well, I can now. Let me get some of those planks down underneath this thing. Okay, if we go right here, I can back up on top of this. That shouldn't affect anything. Good. And then we can go there, there, there. And let me guess, this stuff needs to have a source block, doesn't it? So it'll plant on top of this first one. But it won't plant... No. Okay, so we need to go get 2 more buckets of water. Next time, I think what we're going to do is we're going to start to work on the actual machinery of this upgrade part. I want to get a tree farm going so that we can start getting... I actually haven't looked into which type of generation of power that we could... Oh, I need food. Oh, I have food. Which generation of power would be most beneficial? And I'm thinking... Yeah, let's look here. Get away from that. There's a bunch of different types of gen, and I'm thinking we're probably going to go with that one. Because I think that's going to be our best bet. Okay, but that is pretty much going to do it for this one. I'm going to try and get another one recorded before I get start sending these out to you guys. We'll see. Hopefully we can get a lot more done. So, yeah. But that's it. I'm gonna go get some water. You guys can see where I'm getting the water now. I've just been coming down here and I dug a hole in the wall since it's all underwater anyways, and then I can just get water. Okay, that's why I got 2 buckets, because I gotta do a long trip to get any water. Yeah. By the way, that's the main reason that we want to use the survivalist generator, because it doesn't need water to function. So, yeah. Why am I going up here? This isn't the way up. Duh. Okay, but that's it. I'll see you next time on Blood and Bones. You guys have a good one.